Mu is called coefficient of friction. It is always equals to tan theta, where theta is the temperature of the hot body, theta naught temperature of the surroundings. Red, because refractive index of red is less when compared to the other colors. Next question. A proton and an alpha particle. A proton and an alpha particle are accelerated under the same potential. Very important. Same potential difference. The ratio of de Broglie wavelengths of the proton and alpha particle has to be calculated. Which are the two particles accelerated? One is a proton and the other one is an alpha particle. And they are accelerated under the same potential difference. So we know the expression for de Broglie wavelength in terms of potential is 2m v q. Mass of the particle, potential difference, charge of the particle. So very clearly the potential difference is the same. So I have to find the ratio of the wavelength of the proton to the wavelength of the alpha particle, which will be root of mass of the alpha particle divided by mass of the proton into charge of the alpha particle divided by charge of the proton. So this is 4 by 1 into 2 by 1 root. So this is equal to square root of 8. So the answer is A, which is square root of 8. The spectrum of sunlight is what type of spectrum? Sunlight emits radiations. It is continuous emission spectrum. It is an example for continuous emission spectrum. This is an important problem, an interesting one. In hydrogen atom, electron excites from ground state to a higher energy state. Excitation is happening from the ground state to the higher excited state. And the orbital velocity reduces to 1/3 of the initial value. When this excitation is happening, orbital velocity reduces to 1/3 of the initial value. The radius of the orbit in the ground state is r. Then what is the radius of the orbit in the higher energy state? The solution to this problem lies in relating orbital velocity and radius. My dear students, do I know any relation which equates orbital velocity and radius? Very much yes. mvr is nh by 2 pi. Yenido quantization of angular momentum ant karitivi. Bohr's postulate says mvr equals nh divided by 2 pi, or v is proportional to 1 by r. Nodi, basic equation gottidre very easy to get the original relation. V proportional to 1 divided by r. So V1 by V2 should be R2 by R1. Very clearly from this relation, velocity is inversely related to radius, or V divided by, as the excitation happens, velocity is reduced to 1/3. V by 3. R2 is the radius of the higher energy orbit. R, radius of the ground state. 3 goes to the numerator. So R2 becomes equal to 3 times R. So the answer is the second option. Next one. Decay constants of 2 radioactive samples A and B are 15x and 3x respectively. 2 radioactive sampleಗಳಿವೆ. Their decay constants are 15x and 3x. They have equal number of initial nuclei. N0 for both the samples is the same. Initial number of nuclei is the same. What is the ratio of the number of nuclei left in the sample after a time? 1 by 6x. The moment you say decay constant, initial number of nuclei remaining, the first thing that comes to mind is radioactive decay law. Yen baradvi? N equals N0 e to the power minus lambda t. This is the mathematical form of the decay law. So, in the first case, N1 equals, the question says N0 is the same for both the cases, e to the power minus. First case, decay constant is minus 15x into time interval 1 by 6x, or N1 is N0 e to the power minus, this is 5 by 2. This goes 5 times from 3. This goes 2 times from 3. Similarly, N2 equals N0 e to the power minus 3x into 1 by 6x. So, N0 e to the power minus half. We want the ratio of n1 by n2. n0 gets cancelled. So when you take the ratio, it becomes the reciprocal. E power minus 2 will be the answer. This is an assignment, slightly trickier. Let me see how many of you succeed in doing this. Copper and germanium are cooled from room temperature to 100 Kelvin. Then the resistance of on cooling, as temperature decreases, resistance of a conductor decreases, semiconductor increases. Germanium is a semiconductor, its resistance increases. Copper is a conductor, its resistance decreases. So C is the correct option. The most stable particle in the baryon group. So the most stable particle in the baryon group will be neutron. Frequencies of light incident on a system of scattering particles are in the ratio 1:2. Then the intensity of the scattered light in a particular direction. Intensities of scattering particles. Rayleigh's law says intensity of scattered light is proportional to 1 by lambda to the power 4. This is a very important expression. Rayleigh's law of scattering. I proportional to 1 by lambda to the power 4, or I proportional to f to the power 4. So 1:2. So the answer is to be 1:16. This is an assignment. Angular momentum of the electron in the first orbit of the hydrogen atom. It is a conceptual question. So it has to be E by 2m. Milk is an example for emulsion. This is actually from the previous syllabus. Now, a body of mass m is traveling with a velocity u. There is a body of mass m which is traveling with a velocity u. When a constant retarding force is applied, it comes to rest after traveling a distance s1. If the initial velocity is 2u with the same force, then the distance traveled by it before it comes to rest is s2. Then what is the relationship between s1 and s2? Very simple, students. Again, work done is change in kinetic energy. Now, how do I relate work done with force, distance? We know force into distance. So, initial case Fs1 half m, velocity is u square. Fs2 is half m. Now this is 2u square. So f gets cancelled. So this is nothing but s2 is 4s1. So the answer is s2 is 4s1. A block kept on a rough surface, not a smooth surface, rough surface, friction comes into picture. Start sliding with an inclination of theta with respect to the horizontal. The coefficient of friction between the block and the surface, angle of repose anta karitira. We always know mu is equal to tan theta. Mu is called coefficient of friction. It is always equals to tan theta, where theta is the angle of inclination. So the correct answer has to be tan theta. Now, two bodies of mass m1 and m2 are acted upon by a constant force F for a time t. There are two bodies, bodies ಇದೆ, mass m1 and m2. They are acted by a constant force F for a time t. They start from S and acquire kinetic energies E1 and E2. Then E1 by E2 is. See, the bodies are acted upon by a constant force for a time t. So if you are considering force into time, constant force acts on both the bodies for a time t. And this is what you call P, momentum, which means both of them have the same momentum because they are acted upon by a constant force. Now, E1, kinetic energy in terms of momentum, P1 square by 2m1, E2, P1 square by 2m2. This will be the same because they are acted upon by constant force. So E1 by E2, when you simplify, this becomes the reciprocal, which is M2 by M1. So the answer is M2 divided by M1. The x and y components of a force F at 30 degrees to x-axis are respectively F, x. Component of the force along x-axis. X-axis ant bandaga, horizontal ant bandaga, cos theta. So this is F cos theta, F cos 30. So F cos 30 will be, yes, F cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Along y-axis, F sin theta, vertical y-axis, ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ sin theta f sin 30. So this is f by 2. So the answer is root 3 by 2 f and half f. This we don't take up for discussion as it is one of the very vague concepts from the previous syllabus. So since the topic is not discussed, I don't pick it up for discussion. Now, a hot body is allowed to cool. The surrounding temperature is constant at 30 degrees Celsius. Surrounding temperature. The surrounding is something external to the hot body whose temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. The body takes time T1 to cool from 90 degrees Celsius to 89 degrees Celsius and T2 to cool from 60 degrees Celsius to 59.5 degrees Celsius. Then how is T1 and T2 related? The moment I say cool, temperature of the body, temperature of the surroundings, we are referring to Newton's law of cooling, which says rate of cooling dq by dt is minus k theta minus theta naught, where theta is the temperature of the hot body, theta naught temperature of the surroundings. In the first case, the temperature is reduced from 90 to 89 degrees Celsius, 1 degree change. I say T1 is the time for that, equals minus k theta minus theta naught. So it is 90 minus 60. So this is 90 minus 30. Second case, 60 to 59.5, 0.5 by T2 minus K. This is 60 minus 30. So very clearly, T2 is T1 by 2, 0.5, half agate. So this is the answer. A particle executes simple harmonic motion with an amplitude 0.2 meter. Amplitude is given to be 0.2 meter and time period 24 seconds. The time required for it to move from mean position to 0.1 meter. Displacement is 0.1 meter. So we have y equals a sin omega t. Now, displacement is 0.1, whereas amplitude is 0.2 sin. I can write this omega as 2 pi by capital T, time period of oscillations. 0.1 divided by 0.2 half equals sin. This is 2 pi by 24 into t. So this can be written as half equals sin pi by 12 t. Sine comes the other way. Sine inverse half pi by 6 equals pi by 12 times t, or t equals 2 seconds. So the answer is 2 seconds. When white light is incident normally on a glass slab, so which color should travel faster? Red, because refractive index of red is less when compared to the other colors. Here, third one is the correct option. If the two slits in Young's double slit experiments are of unequal width, the dark fringes are not perfectly dark.